Let's see if we can find areas that could be turned into national parks. Normally Scotland is good for that. Look how many pubs I've got around. It's so pointless and I love it. Oh, here's one on Iceland. Perfect. Now this will reveal other ones on the map. You can see already there's one over in Norway, so we'll go and pop that down. Look, I'm making the world better as I conquer it, you know? If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be any of these national parks. Come back to my nation. I keep killing the population every time I claim it and unclaim it, but that's fine. Another city taken from Mali, this time on South America. It's all good. Just gives me time to keep marching up the coast. Slowly, surely. You can't run, you cannot hide. Ursa will find all of your units and we will blow them to smithereens. Voting time. Trade routes to me are brilliant. Yes, let's do that. And was it campuses last time? Go for that and see if we can get it. Oh, Nobel Peace Prize. Amazing. That's exactly something I would love to win. I'm bringing peace to the world. Look, 42 cities all knowing nothing but peace. A piece of my mind. Mwahaha. Trade routes to Montezuma do well. Oh, that would be fun. If I could actually select trade routes at all. There was rumor for a little while that settling a city would reset your trade routes, but I can confirm that is not a thing. Oh well, let's just keep taking cities. Another one falls. Nyani is going to give some crazy loyalty. Yeah, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. We've got to take this 93 strength city if we're going to have any hope of keeping this. But again, it's not really the keeping it, you know? It's the taking it. That's what I enjoy. Oh well, let's go back to pretending we're making the world a better place with national parks. Yay! Pingala keeps getting killed in Amsterdam, which is a little bit annoying. But the aquarium, again, just putting extra science on a bunch of these fishing boats. Oh, such a really, really good science city. Maybe we'll put an actual campus down just to really, really cement this. Sanitation, that's sewers. It means we're now on to chemistry, 3 turns. Less if we can keep pillaging. Don't worry. We can always keep pillaging. That's an Ursa promise. Oh, Canada thinks I'm a reliable partner in resolving international conflict, which is true. If I get into international conflict, I reliably destroy anybody that's against me. Canada respects that. Look at the Americas. USA just falling apart. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Boston, all of the places I invaded have now fallen to Canada, and New Orleans is close to it as well. Oslo is now falling as well. We've got a mitigated flood. Every time I see that, it makes me a little bit happier with myself. Ursa did a flood. Yay! Actually, I just lost this city. I could pillage some science from my own city. I'm not going to because I actually want to take it back this turn, so I don't want to have to wait, but that's quite funny. I think I'm just going to keep digging this hole. Let's go after the Congo now. They've got a couple of island cities that are quite close to each other, so I think if we can take down both at a similar time frame, we might just be able to hold on to them loyalty-wise, although it looks like the walls are pretty hard. Yeah, steel walls for Congo. Wow. They're doing quite well on tech. They are right up with me. 42, 43 techs. Aztecs are on 47. Canada's 49, so we're now within 6 of Canada. I feel though that Canada is only stationary because they're working on a particularly hard tech at the moment because they haven't moved recently and I don't trust it. Another city falls to me. Sweden this time, and it's closer to my own cities. Yeah, the loyalty's much better here. I can take a city without losing loyalty. It is possible. I knew it. I suspected this whole time. Coventry, right on the mouth of the Amazon River. That's where I remember it being. Again, I've settled. Nope, it hasn't renewed my trade routes. Oh dear. Is this pillage it? It is. Chemistry. Okie dokie. Been saving up a couple of turns worth of gold. Any city with a campus in, especially those within range of power, they are going to get research labs. And it's at this point I realized just how few of my cities actually have campuses in within range of power. Like, that's quite a rare thing. Yeah, it's only one city I found so far. I need a lot more campuses. I think I know what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, the whole point of England is that you want to power buildings, and I just don't have any of it. Okay, right. Well, chemistry wasn't the revolution that I was expecting it to be. Never mind. Now on to radio advanced flight. Watching these pubs get more powerful though is a lot of fun. Look, lumber mill, popping it down next to it, a little bit more production. We're going to start finding ourselves with some very, very strong pubs very soon. Look at this one. Barely improved, and it's got all of these yields. Yay! In fact, this is the test. Ursa has 30 Royal Naval Dockyards, but how many pubs? Does he have as many pubs as dockyards? No, 24. Dear oh dear. More pubs needed. More pubs needed. Quick, put down another park. People will forget all about their problems. Steam power. Railroad. Yes, that's fun. Lost a couple of cities, but we knew that was probably going to happen. Why does my red coat keep getting dumped there? You'd think that I would learn, but no, I refuse to learn. I'm putting the raid card back in. It's too good. I can't deny it. It's wonderful. I must obey the ways of pillage. You know it. We all know it. We must become one with pillage if we are to succeed in this life. Join my empire. Give me all the science. You know what? We're actually probably tripling our science per turn at the moment. It's very nice to see. Oh, I reckon we can get a good peace deal out of this one, because I have no hope of keeping these cities right now. No hope at all. Oh yeah, 111 gold per turn, 400 gold. We'll hand those back. That's fine. I'll be back. Don't worry. Oh, actually, this one counts as... That one's mine, apparently. If a city flips through loyalty and you claim it back, it no longer counts as occupied, which I find really funny. So I physically can't give that back even if I wanted to, but it's fine. It gives me the opportunity to liberate it, and I can give myself some Diplo favor. Radio, please give me an absolute glut of aluminium. You know you want to. Go on, do it. There's some under an industrial zone, and there's some under a pub. No, we're gonna have to remove the pub. There should absolutely be a feature where you can get strategics using pubs. Why? I mean, what else am I gonna do? Put a mine down? Honestly. 11 results. So there's some there. Okay. Oh, that we have access to. Amazing. France has got some. Mexico. The Netherlands. There's some I've already got. That is conquerable. That one we've got access to. Yeah, really not much. Strategics have not been flung at me wildly this game. Let's put it that way. Advanced flight, 5 turns. All right. We finally got around to settling the Shetland Islands, the Orkney Islands. It's one of the two. This might be Orkney. Actually, it's further away. This is probably Shetland. These maps are never normally 100% accurate, but it's roughly correct. Now, I can probably farm just a little bit of resource here now if I come into the city. Minus 20 loyalty. No, let's liberate it. There you go. You're gonna love me now. I liberated your city for you. I mean, admittedly, the only reason we liberated it is because I ruined it enough to need liberating, but that's not the point. See, rather than taking these two cities, I'm gonna jump straight in on the capital. These cities down here, there shouldn't be as much loyalty pressure. Still pillaging the science. Still making national parks. And still picking up every admiral in the game, which is always very handy. Oh, it's Matthew Perry. Yay! Could there be a better admiral? No. I might send you to Venice, actually. Just claim it. Or Cahokia. Actually, with Cahokia, I can just sail straight up the river, can't I? That'd be a really good pickup for me. Another set of libraries and universities and research labs. Look at this science just streaming in now. Canada's gone back below 400 for whatever reason. We've gone above it. We're only 4 techs behind them now. Catching up, dear Canada. Catching up. You ready for this meaty pub? Oh, 5 food. It would still probably be better to put a farm in the middle of that, but I'm doing it anyway. Pubs everywhere. Everywhere pubs. Let's liberate this city as well. Hey, we're just reducing grievances and farming diplomatic favor, which in turn I can then sell. Sort of a weird English version of going around the world and taking resources from people. Not so much resources as more just endless favors. I'm kind of a little bit gutted, but I left Culture Victory off though, because I've got so many turtles. I really do think I would have a monopoly on them. Gee, how many would I need for a monopoly on turtles? 45. I got 40% control. Ugh, nowhere near. Nowhere near. I have a monopoly on salt though. Oh my goodness. 1 copy in the entire world. I always knew that I was the saltiest. Oh no, I just lost a cavalry. The turn it was about to get the depredation promotion. Oh, that's the worst. I love depredation. Never mind. What can you do? You must simply hunt for perfection at a later date. 1 more pillage. Can we find a single science pillage anywhere around the map? I think we've actually exhausted all of our pillages, which is quite annoying. Annoying, spectacular, and wonderful all at the same time. Bengala, I'm going to put you back into Amsterdam where you've been killed twice, and I'm not going to counter-spy because I refuse on moral grounds, and you will live. You will live. Or else, I guess you'll just get killed again. It's not much of a threat, that one, is it? If you don't do what I say, exactly the same thing that's happened to you repeatedly will happen again. Yes. Attack. Come on. Yeah, the city's almost done. We're now pushing into Swedish territory. We'll take Stockholm, Helsingborg, world's first armada. Just combining some of my units now. Just making sure I've got the power where I need it. Getting more coal in. Oh, there's a lot of fun that we're having. Advanced flight. Coupled together with the beautiful knowledge that my cities keep flipping away. Not for long, though. Not for long. Oh, also, am I converting England into one massive railway? Yes, Yes, of course I am. What else was I gonna do? First of all, we build the airport. Then we build our first bomber. Oh yes, first in the world. This should be good. We'll send them directly down, and Spain and Portugal are gonna be our first target. We're just gonna clean up Iberia. I'm bored of their resistance. Everywhere else we're kind of pushing in with a little bit of freedom, you know, like this city. That's an easy take for me. Bam. Thank you. Sweden, you're gonna be loyal? You're gonna be loyal. Good. Over to Stockholm now. Well, what's up next? I would like rocketry, but I think we're going to go refining for the oil and then steel for the artillery. It's the next job. See what we can do. 1 city from the Congo, 2 cities from the Congo. I didn't go directly down south at first, but I'm just hoping 2 cities next to each other, the loyalty will be okay. -7, -4. It is okay because that is within governor range. Amazing. Okay, right. We've now got a foothold into Congo lands. On we go. Let's make a nuisance of ourselves and go for Kabasa. It was only inevitable that at some point we would get a foothold. Any foothold would do. Bomb unit Alpha, make your way over. Bomb unit Beta, follow shortly after. Oh, Braga's gonna get such a hit. I literally cannot wait. Cannot wait. Another source of aluminium. We've got 3 of them now. That goes from having 2 planes to 6 planes. Big increase for us. Bombers really are the lifeblood of these sorts of games, and I plan on making the most out of the bomb force. Blighty needs to grow. Blighty needs to go back and revisit some old wounds at some point. Ballistics, rifling up next. We're rifling through these techs, let me tell you. But none of that matters. None of it matters, truly not when the bombers start to rain down on Braga. Oh yes, redcoats, bide your time. Next turn we will have our fun. Can I also get a little bit of credit for this really cool airport we've got just on this one tile island? That's awesome. My own little island airport. For a little while there was going to be sort of an estuary airport in London, and then people realized it would be a terrible idea, but it's kind of weirdly what I've ended up doing. The full assortment of governors is now up, basically just trying to desperately keep all of the loyalty in my empire going for as long as possible. It is a futile and ridiculous job, but someone's got to do it. What do you mean I can't build a pub next to a volcano? What sort of mod is this? Travesty of a mod, that's what it is. I should be able to build them wherever I want. Endless pub rights. One large publican land. Which emergency was this one again? Anyone remember? No? No. I'm selling the favor. I'm losing 25 of it every turn. Am I allowed to use diplomatic favor given to me for defending a city purely on bombers? Is that allowed? Ursa says, yes it is. Also, my capacity for resources is up like beyond 300 just purely because of the amount of harbor and harbor buildings I've got. It's one of those wonderful quality of life things that England has, but people just sit on as a good thing. No need to build encampments. Nope. If you want strategics, just build something that makes you money, and then that money will make you more money. Actually, we need to hold on to Nita. I'm still using my Grandmaster's Chapel to pray in redcoats everywhere. It's very, very handy. I'm also feeding Canada tons of coal in the hope that they build loads of coal power plants so that when we go to war, well, the infrastructure will all be there for me. I think that works well. I like that as an idea. Let me think about this. What useful thing could I put on this tile? All right, that's right, a pub. It's the most important thing. How many have we got? 27. Really? I swear I've been building loads. I'm going mad. I need at least 1 pub for every city. That's got to be a priority, right? Let's start pumping builders out. We got to take this seriously now. What sort of game is this if we don't have fleets upon fleets of pubs everywhere? Right, Portugal's out of the game now, and the loyalty of this continent should be so much better. They did not stand the test of time. Of course they didn't. Now we take Valencia, Cordoba. Cartagena is now loyal. You see, all the game needed was some casual domination, and we were always going to be fine. Meanwhile, in Bristol Airport, more bombers. Look, I've actually connected the north of England to London via railway, thus making England more successful in this game of Civ than it is in real life. You're welcome. In my crazy alternative universe, the trains actually run on time. It's wonderful. Oh, brings a tear to my eye. In all seriousness, I wonder which country has the worst trains, because England's problem is that we got into trains really early, like before it was cool, before all the hip people got into it, you know? We were pioneers of it, but the problem with that is that all of our trains are built on pretty much universally Victorian tracks, and there has been approximately -1 investment in it since that point. So funnily enough, nothing really works, but I bet there's worse out there. There must be worse out there. I was like, what's this cool Swedish improvement that gives so much culture? And I was like, oh no, that's just an open air museum. That's literally just normal. Oh, I miss playing Sweden. Whenever I'm not playing Sweden, I miss playing Sweden. They're one of my favorite civs. I just gel with them so well. In this turn alone, I've made like 3 pubs. But this is the sort of turn I need more often. Like, where are these pub turns? Ultimately, the game I'm playing is just PUBG. And the only thing that you can do is just chop down rainforest to clear room for pubs. Refining. Please tell me I've got a ton of oil. I've only got 3 sources of oil. Why am I surprised that we've got none of anything? I don't know why I keep getting surprised. At least that one is fairly accessible. That's fairly accessible. Oh, I love it when they get put on the marshes. That one's in a national park. Okay. All right. I mean, just ridiculous. Hopefully there'll be a ton in the sea somewhere that I can settle. Normally it's around the equator of the map. Oh, what's this island just off the coast of Argentina? I feel compelled to settle on it. And oh, look, I have a settler already. That was fortuitous. I shall call it the Falklands. It shall be my favorite friend. Okay, there's quite a lot of oil around, but none of it is particularly accessible. Like, I was hoping for some really large glut of it somewhere. There's some in the north. No, this is really the area of the map we need to go. Right, fine, settling in that area. This settler, by the way, has come all the way from the Bermuda Triangle. I threw them through and then was just like, right, across the map. I forgot about this. This has been about 15 turns of traveling. It is not worth it. Yet still, here we are. Uh-oh, Sweden. I brought bombers to this front as well. I was thinking of not, and then I was like, I do quite like bombers. This 100% production towards buildings is really handy. I've got pretty much every city building something in a campus right now. My science is beginning to catapult. Not bad at all. Redcoat, just hang out by Helsingborg. Thank you so much. No reason in particular. Annoyingly, this bomber is the last of 6 until I start putting things like conservation in. Now that is a useful card. That'll give me a lot of extra aluminium. Maybe we rush that through. I could build a seaside resort. Yay! Not gonna do it. I'm building a pub. Always pubs. Ship of the line with 77 range strength. And upgrading to a battleship is almost not worth it. 87 strength, but that doesn't include the 7. I mean, from being next to another ship of the line. But what I can do now is fire over the top of things. So we actually have some range. I like that. 20 population. And we have steel. Okay. This is beginning to look quite tasty indeed. How long have we got until the world floods? Ooh, not long. I feel pretty vulnerable to that. So let's go for computers, pick up flood barrier, and then we can start working on some decent science. Canada is really chucking into engineering points though. Ooh, let's be careful of that. Very careful of that indeed. Luckily for us, we've got a lot of science capacity starting to build up near my capital. There's one bomb strike. There's a second bomb strike. Now my newly promoted battleship can come in and do some damage. And Cordoba has been taken as well, including a lovely campus over there. Beautiful. Oh, Spain. Oh, Spain. It's all going wrong, isn't it? Madrid, I see you. What sort of peace deal will you give? Actually, they're going to give me pretty much everything. Not quite everything, but pretty much. Do I want to take Madrid? I feel like Spain have insulted me too much in this game. So, yes, I am going to take it. Thank you, Stockholm. Join the club. Join the crew. The wonderful nation of Ursa's England. It's fantastic. You know you'll love to be part of it. Kalmar's joined to the north as well. You see, everyone wants to get involved. Hello, Madrid. I have come knocking. I would like your city, please. Thank you. Hey, don't worry about keeping it. We'll make good use of it. Oh, my bombers actually can't reach the Congo front. That's annoying. All right, well, might as well kill Spain then. Helsingborg has fallen. Another one joins my fabulous company. I'm gonna call this the Swedish Trading Company. Operates out of the north. It's beautiful. Look at all this oil. 1, 2, 3 sources just with this one city, and there's other sources we can get. Like if I go and settle on this part of the continent, that should set my army up for a long time. This is good. This is very good. Ideology. What are we ideologizing? That's a word. I'm gonna flip into a full economy mode rather than going for a crazy amount of anything else. 5-year plans coming in now. Trade Confederation, 5-year plan. Yeah, both of these are good. Economic Union, I did like that card, but it's probably not as good as anything else. France. There's nothing better for these diplomatic cards. Military policies at the moment, I think it makes sense to keep raiding. So yeah, that's not far off the full economic benefit that I'm going to get right now. Up to 600 science per turn. We're still one tech behind Canada, but we're catching. Oh, we're catching. Look at the pubs. Look at the lumber mill. Look at more production just sort of seeping through. Things are seeping in a pub. Normally that's not a good thing, just as an FYI. Normally means there's a hole in the ceiling, something like that. Matthew Perry. All right, France is going to go through. Joachim will go after that. Joachim? Oh, I don't know how. That's such a strange word. I think it might be Joachim. I don't know. Where's Mr. Perry? Where are you? Here you are. Off you go to Cahokia. Go and discover it for me. I want it. Now this is such a choice. Which government is going to suit me best? Democracy is good when you've got trade routes to friends, but I don't really have that. New Deal might be quite handy, but 3 specialty districts is a difficult card to achieve. I do like the extra economic wildcard and diplomatic slots. Communism? Well, I'm not going to do domestic trade routes, but the flat science bonus and a decent card spread is not too bad. Fascism gives me combat strength, but the card distribution is generally rubbish. What do I need? What would I put into my government right now? Triangular trade, economic union, invention. Yeah, I'm going to go democracy. Not because of its abilities particularly, but the card spread is so much better for what I need it for right now. Thank you, Madrid, for joining Ursa's Empire. Feedback forms will be found underneath the chair. Let us know how we're doing managing your empire for you. Toledo, a single city remains. Did we take it over? I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like the answer has to be yes, although finding my way through here might be quite tricky. We'll see. We'll see where we can go. That is the weirdest small city. Look at that. It's like a 3-tile city and that's all it's got. Weird. Oh no, Bengala has been neutralized. Again, I've even got counter spies in now. Oh, I love spies so much. So much. Have I ever told you how much I love spies? Oh, did you see how much damage those redcoats took there? And now my ships of the line are being destroyed by artillery as well. It turns out that all of my industrial era troops, well, they're being blown to bits because the AI is very much keeping up with tech. It's all right. I've got bombers. As long as I've got bombers, I feel at least a little bit happy. I don't know when I decided to do it, but at some point I decided to put railroad down on every tile in England. It's just one of those things that sometimes happens and you just have to accept. Galapagos. I like the fact that tortoise has become a resource. That I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't. The only problem with getting steel walls is if you lose a city, once you've got steel walls, this happens, and it's a pain. Luckily for me, I have a lot of boats that can just launch near suicidal attacks into Kalmar. We should get it back pretty quickly, or maybe next turn. We don't worry too much. We don't worry too much. We're pushing now into the depths, the bowels of Swedish territory. And we took Valencia as well for loyalty. Yay! Well, ain't that swell? Ain't that just lovely? Now, I'm not saying that 111 gold per turn isn't welcome, but Mali, you defeated me in the last fight, and I'm not particularly happy about that. So I think there's going to be aluminium in your land. You're all desert. I'm going to come and get the aluminium. Let's just check into this one. 19 envoys. Ha 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 ha. No, thank you. I'll be taking that. Yum, 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 yum. And now everyone has nothing more than 2. Brilliant. I like that. That's rather satisfying. It's suffrage. Let's switch to democracy now. My trade routes are not going to be very good at all, but that's not why we're doing this today. No. It's all about the brilliant cards that we can put into this government. We have another economic policy card. Let's throw in New Deal. That'll keep all of my cities happy, hopefully. And then do we either want to put in economic union, triangular trade, or liberalism? Now, liberalism stacks really well with New Deal because anything New Deal is firing on will then get 3 amenities, and that would give me a lot of extra science and gold and production and everything. I'm going to do it. I like to stick to a high amenity build. I think it tends to work really well. Let's see quite how many cities become happy with all 3 cards in. Oh, I've got an ecstatic city, 11 happy. We'll see. Well, that'll probably be dampened once it all goes through. Professional sports, then London, Amsterdam. All of these cities will be forced into being happy permanently. But I like this. This is good. Kalmar returns. There's Göteborg. My battleships can actually reach this city. They can. can. They're not going to do a huge amount of damage, but that's okay. The bomber can now make its way to Kalmar and start laying down the law in this area. Although I think this Norwegian city might be my first target. That at least knocks Norway out of the game, and you can feel my computer just breathe that sense of relief. My military ally is actually still at war with Mali. Excellent. Can I join? Yay! I mean, it costs me 111 gold per turn, effectively, because that's the peace deal I have with Mali, but it's okay. I'm here to avenge, something. I haven't quite worked out what I'm avenging. I very much started everything last time out, but these days I'm back and I have a much more equipped army. My army has a lot of battleships with a lot of promotions and also a bomber as well. So yeah, let me in, please. Thank you very much. One of the issues I find is when you unlock the submarine, for whatever reason, it bypasses the battleship. I think it's technically more of a strong unit. So every time you build a Royal Naval Dockyard, it produces a submarine, and those submarines eat up all of your oil, which is very, very annoying. So the amount of battleships I'm keeping and the amount of submarines I'm deleting is reasonably comic. 160 gold per turn from Sweden. That's a pretty good peace deal, but you have 316. So you're not offering me all of your gold. If you're offering me all of your gold, maybe I would consider it, but I find this offensive. So I will continue my offensive, and we will unify Scandinavia under English law. Goodbye, good Norway. I love your yellow color. It's wonderful. Enjoy your time in Valhalla. I do love you as a civ, but I'm here now. I own this area, and I'm removing Sweden from it. I feel like Norway would be pretty cool with that. Like, they understand my mission right now. Look at the railroad. It's starting to stretch up now. Lovely. Lincoln has denounced me. Oh no, Lincoln, don't remind me of your existence. Not when I'm just about to upgrade and unlock aircraft carriers. That would not be a good move for you. No, the city falls, but we're now approaching the 17 strength capital. Yeah, loyalty is going to be problematic whilst I approach that particular city. We'll do our best. Oh no, they built frigates. Oh no, what a shame. Oh no, wait, I'm okay. Wait, whoa. Is that trade routes? Oh, the trade routes are working. The trade... Okay, don't panic, everyone. Suddenly the trade routes are working. Right, okay, everyone to London. We need to think about this. Oh, my lord. Oh, this is exciting. Traders. This means we can actually start sending some proper routes to my allies now. Look how much gold I had just ready for this moment. Rome, Carthage. Oh, you're going to enjoy this. I have no idea what caused that auto reset, but there's one thing I know. I am not going to complain about it at all. Anyway, Spain is out. Why have you forsaken me? That's because the Civ gods answer only to Ursa. Either that or I had bombers and you didn't. That's probably more likely to be it. Combined arms. How much uranium have I got? That's the question. That is improvable. Excellent. That's under a campus. Brilliant. That is very improvable. And that's under an encampment. 4 sources, all available. Lovely. Oh, that makes Ursa very happy indeed. Another city taken now from Sweden. Bam. Leaving their last city pretty unloyal. They've got 300 gold per turn still. Somehow. How about you give that all to me? Everything to me. No, they don't want to give me the Diplo favor. That's too far. Yeah, go on then. I'll take this. The reason I'm not going for their last city is it's literally the most difficult thing to get to ever. Look at that. I'm not bothering with that. Loyalty will do the work on that one. Planes, you know where to go. We're heading to the other side of the world. Okay, it's sort of working, but it's also sort of not working. But hey, look, there is more options here than I've had in a while, so take it. I've just got to individually find the routes because it doesn't update once I've sent a route over. So I've done that one, I haven't done this one, or this one, or that. Oh, this is good. London's growing again. Another city falls to me. Thank you, Mali. This is the story of Mali and me. It's a fun story. Or maybe this whole video should start with a little bit of fast forward where it's basically just me at the beginning of the game going something along the lines of, in the beginning, Mali was dead. And that's how it goes, isn't it? Oh, random Christmas Carol reference. That's why you come to this content. So up to date. So cutting edge. Look how much of Africa is totally empty, by the way. I mean, I know it's all desert, but there's oil, aluminium. I have to send a couple of desert cities out just to go and pick it all up. It's lovely. Yes, I shall take all of this stuff from you. I'm giving peace to Congo because, again, these cities I'm not going to take. They are in the middle of nowhere. I have no loyalty whatsoever. I'm just allowing my army to return to me. Plus, it's quite fun to then go and move all of this army over to Mali now. Patiti Honestly, 100% gold in any city that owns at least one of these tiles. Oh my lord, I want a Portugal run with that natural wonder. Could you imagine? Oh, now that's fun. That's a fun idea. Like a coastal city settlement. This would be tricky to pull off, but oh my lord, could you imagine a Portugal run on this? That's cool. That's a lot of fun. Hello, London. Here is an aquatic centre. And then Leeds has a stadium in between the two. We should be happy in this little core of cities. So London up now, 153 production. That's a lot of fun. Colonial offices is good, but I'm going to now switch to Wisselbanken so that London can continue to grow and produce things at a frightening pace. That's what I want now. I'm building flood barriers as quickly as possible. I have kind of got to a bit of a problem where I think I'm about to pollute the world into sinking parts of the UK, but never mind. I'm sure that's fine. The capital of Mali falls, and with it the Apadana. Lovely. I'm hoping loyalty-wise that should make a bit of a difference, and it certainly does. In fact, with that city, I think we've now got pretty decent range to just go at everything. Now, I'm looking for Forbidden City. Where is Forbidden City? I just need a bigger government. I've got so many really cool policy cards that need to be put in, and I just haven't found any of these wonders. Oh well, we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Uh-oh. That's a lot of the UK is sinking now. And yeah, the Netherlands is pretty much gone. Not entirely sure what I was expecting here, but that is atrocious. Okay. Luckily, I have an absolute ton of military engineers, so we should get this done pretty quickly. Doesn't mean it's not absolutely frightening though. So yeah, rush these projects as soon as we can. So many new national parks in Spain though. Oh, I'm really improving this land. Thank goodness I conquered it, eh? I think there's something just nice about England owning randomly Gibraltar. Everyone can feel more safe now. That is the pyramids liberated. Extra builder charges. Very handy. Very handy indeed. Oh, more aluminium you say? Lovely. More cities you say? Lovely. No reason, but I'm just going to throw a denouncement of Canada and just feel like if I don't do it, who will? Rocketry. Okay, it's a good thing we've got that because Canada has started to put their first project into space. Hence the denunciation. Ooh, France. Let's take you, and then the next admiral will go, and I think we're on to someone like Grace, who would be pretty useful in this instance. Okay, right. First couple of walls have been put up as well. Better go and fix all of these pubs. There's a lot of pubs that are on fire because of the water. Don't ask. Just accept. That's what happens to the pubs. They get so covered in water, they get so wet, they burst into flames. Another city falls. I believe that puts Mali on a single city now. Oh, Lincoln. Oh, Lincoln. You didn't think that I wouldn't be back, did you? Territorial war. Come on, Dido. 252 gold per... You're a rubbish military ally. Territorial expansion. I say reclamation of the colonies. This time, I bring aircraft carriers, and with them, a significant amount of bombers. Oh, I hope you've invented air defenses, America. If you haven't, it's going to be problems. Also, Etamananki, which I'm trying to save here, is flooded. So, you know, I think an invasion is absolutely necessary. America's just not keeping its assets out of the sea. What are they doing? Come on. I think if I'm going to beat America at loyalty this time, we need to learn from the mistakes of the last war. We're attacking, firstly, when they're in a dark age, which should help massively. And you can see my battleships are just doing a lot of the work now to keep Washington on 0 health. But now we also need to attack Philadelphia, previously a city we couldn't hit because it was too far away. And our intention is to take both cities at the same time. The benefit of that is that I should have the loyalty to hold both of them. Got a redcoat army ready to invade. The bombers are ready to arrive. It's looking a little better now. I feel better about this particular invasion than I did the last one. All of the bombers arriving in on Mali. Can we take them out this time? But 104 strength redcoat army attack. It's just amazing how strong these units are. Yep, Mali is out. That just goes to show what happens when you resist me for too long. Eventually I come back with bombers. Not particularly fair, but it is effective. Okay, with that battleship attack, we should be in a lovely situation now where we can move a destroyer into Washington and reclaim the city. Yes, look at that. And Philadelphia is also taken by the redcoats. Oh, feels good. Feels good. I can already tell this is better because Philadelphia is already loyal. Amazing. Amani, or I should say Liang, move into Washington. And do we want to take New Orleans next? I think we might need need to. So just in order to go and have a look at it, let's buy a drone. That'll give me the visibility I need. There were probably cheaper ways of doing that, but I didn't want to do them. I wanted to use a drone and 3 bomber attacks on New Orleans. I reckon next turn we should be able to take it, especially because I can pray in a cavalry corps. That'll be able to run round units and go and attack. Lovely. Oh, and by the way, we have Etamananki again. So all of my marsh now has another 2 science per turn. Oh, thank goodness. I have a lot of marsh around my land. Will my bombers have enough strength to allow me to take this city this turn? This is going to be quite close, actually. I wonder if it is. I wonder if we've brought enough weapons. The walls are pretty much down, but my cavalry, yeah, it's not going to be able to take that out. Okay, next turn then. Fair enough. Redcoats into infantry is actually a downgrade. It sounds really weird, but redcoats have 70 strength. Infantry has 75, but redcoats have plus 10 if they're on another continent, so it goes from 80 to 75. Where the mechanized is 85, so that is an increase of 5, and you get the movement, so at that point it's worth the upgrade. Still, though, I always quite like just how ridiculous redcoats are. It's like, this is quite clearly too powerful a unit. Well, I say too powerful. I love it. I think it's great. Well, there's America's army. It's beating up Cahokia. Alright, well, as long as you're doing something productive, Lincoln, that's fine. Is this my favorite wonder in the game? Probably not my favorite, but it's up there. Estadio Maracana, 2 amenities and 6 culture in every city in your empire. When you have 70 cities, this is quite a powerful wonder, especially when you combine it with New Deal and democracy and then amenities from your liberalism and then classical republic. Every city with 3 districts is now getting 6 amenities for 3. Yeah, just wait for this to tick in. Oh yeah, 12 ecstatic cities, 56 happy cities. It's such a big wonder on big games. Such a big wonder. I mean, that's 144 amenities and 438 culture? I can't do the maths in my head. I said 438, didn't I? Oh, that's close. Well, what do we want? There's a golden age in the modern era. Again, to arms is the sensible choice. 600 kronas is just fun. Reform the coinage just gives me infinite gold, and it means I don't have to re-up my trade routes as they get pillaged, because the trade routes are still broken and I still can't use them as I want to. I honestly, this trade route glitch, bug, whatever it is, this has probably cost me, I would reckon, somewhere in the region of about 25,000 gold over the course of this run. Something like that. It's been absolutely mad. Anyway, New Orleans. I've taken it. What you gonna do about it, Lincoln? It's even loyal. Washington's loyal. Philadelphia's loyal. And now I'm after Buffalo. I'm just desperate to know how many times you can get Buffalo into a single sentence. I've heard it's a few. 1 bomb, 2 bombs, and then the destroyer comes in, and the redcoats. It's always the redcoats as they arrive. Lovely. And immediately, now we're on to Charleston. Don't mind me as I just make myself welcome. Oh my word, that's so funny. The Nobel Peace Prize, I actually won it by 4 points because of all the emergencies I triggered. I told you, I'm bringing peace. The game has admitted it. That's all me. Oh, that is ridiculous. Why would you give me that? Into Charleston we go with redcoats, unifying America under the English flag. Oh, never have I had more of a desperate inclination to start drinking tea. I mean, Boston's over here in Canada's hands, but somehow I think that's better. Oh, they've actually got fighters. Oh, Canada. Don't threaten me with a good time now. My bombers, are actually being countered a little bit by this battleship. Interesting. Oh, misclick, and I appear to have destroyed... Is this a homestead? Yep. Whoopsie. My finger slipped. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure no one will notice. Let's go for Chicago instead, whilst this battleship is blocking our way so rudely. Look at that beautiful railroad. The mainland is totally paved. Oh, beautiful. It's stunning. I'm building ski resorts whilst I'm at it as well. I could build tunnels, but let's be honest, skiing in Scotland is more fun. Now, is this brilliant or is this forbidden? We'll never know. Golden Gate Bridge between the UK and France. It's kind of like the Channel Tunnel, but cooler. And it also goes through the cliffs of Dover and into this fire, which is still burning. It's not a very good bridge, okay? Voting time. I would love more loyalty, so we'll put that up. Banning coal power because I have coal power everywhere. Voting for America for world leader because they're not long for this world. And then I'll go for the Nobel Prize in Literature as well. I seem to be winning all the Nobel Prizes, so let's go for that one as well. Here is Golden Gate Bridge. It's forbidden. It's really, really forbidden, but I've just forced the immunities into my capital, which is wonderful. Yeah, this has been on fire for some time, but Brussels won't let me in to fix it, so, I mean, what you gonna do? -5 loyalty per turn in all my cities. Yeah, that might be a little bit annoying in a couple of the perimeter cities, but we should be okay. New Orleans is a little bit on the edge. Everything else should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, and just like I'd hoped, the battleship has actually moved out of Cleveland. Okay, how can I exploit that? Does it make more sense to kill that battleship, or do I just take a bit of damage on the bombers I've got nearby? For starters, Chicago should definitely be taken out of the equation. Can't be having this. Come on. -5 loyalty isn't very helpful, but we can hang on to it. Good. Right. No, it's got way too much anti-air. I'm just going to take the damage on the bombers and we're going to attack anyway because I've got so many promotions saved for this exact instance. This is why I don't promote my bombers. It's because I can deliberately take anti-air damage and then promote heal them really quickly. I appreciate it's a bit of a specific thing, but you'll be amazed at how useful it is. Quite a neat tech tree, actually. You have to go through seasteads into everything else, so looks like robotics is on the way. Sorry, America. This time, the English won. Our occupation is back, just as things always should be. We but have one final thing to do. My friend, you have some cities that, they belong to me. I love the way he rolls his sleeves up when he says to war. He's so badass. He's just like, yep, go on, man. If I have to take you on myself, again, I will. Let's see what the Royal Navy can do against Canada, eh? Firstly, battleships versus steel walls. This is the little island city of Cincinnati. Once belonged to the British. We have returned. We are looking for our stuff back. Also a good opportunity to move my aircraft carriers a little bit closer, just so I've got better range. Looks like the fighter isn't actively sweeping at the moment, which means we have a little bit of an in here, and we should be able to just take Cincinnati and try and keep the city. Liberate to America. No, I don't think so. And now let's strike Boston, the next target. Oh, the fighters are strafing me. They went for my drone, knowing that visibility is key in any war, but they won't get that. Oh, Amsterdam is just being targeted like crazy. They've pillaged the industrial zone, although it was already pillaged because it's underwater. Ignore that. It'll be fine. I'm building the flood barrier. I had to reload the game to see if I could get the trade routes working, and annoyingly, it's removed all the flood barriers and you can't see the flooded land. So use your imagination. It'll be fine. Globalization. Sorry, Trade Confederation. E-commerce is better for me now. This is how I throw all the production into London. Hello, Boston. Ursa's returned. It's mine. Attacking Baltimore from the sea feels unerringly familiar. We did this earlier in the game. Didn't work so well for me last time, but this time, well, my ships of the line are more battleships of the line. And in we go to the grand city of Baltimore. We have now reclaimed all of the land of America. So there are a few things happening this turn that kind of nicely round the game out. Firstly, the scientist, Stephanie, who we've managed to buy. That is 100% bonus production and speed towards space race projects, which we are now gunning towards the 4th. It's just a matter of time. We're going to get that in about 15 turns worth of tech. We're probably going to pick up Carl Sagan as well. Werner von Braun could possibly be up next. Secondly, Canada is the only other person who could compete with me on science. I'm on 63 tech, they're on 59. Aztecs are already 10 techs behind me, and my tech outstrips them 4 times to 1. Plus they don't have air defenses up yet, and I've barely put walls up. Canada, well, they're running the space projects from pretty much their only spaceport. They're building a couple of other ones, but Ottawa by far is their best city. And unfortunately for them, the spaceport is now broken, which means no more moon landing for you. And thirdly, I've kind of done something I've been trying to do all game. This is London, and this is the UK. Look, perfectly controlled by me. We have an independent Northern Ireland, but that's fine. It's under my control. Let me just show you as I start to look out upon the world, giving everyone slight travel sickness. Do you notice something? Look at the wall of red. The North Sea, every sea directly connected to Britain is now controlled by England. Look at its glory. Look at its wonder as we now look towards the Caribbean. We have an independent France. There's a couple of cities on the French coast here. But what is a true English empire without a French rival? We just have to respect that. And as we look up in this direction, we'll just sort of zoom out a little bit. Oh, the world is, we're looking under it. Everything that we need to see is controlled by England. 82 cities, 598 population, and an army of 3,000 that cannot be stopped by anyone. For whatever reason, the game has royally started to break. Trade routes are now just not working at all. So we have lost over half of our trade routes declaring war on Canada, and we can't bring them back up, which means we could win. It's just going to take forever. So looking at this wonderful map, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is call the series here so that I can start to film something else, because I love to bring you daily videos, and I'm really excited about some of the other ideas that are coming along soon. Some really good ideas, and if I was to continue filming this series just to keep pressing end turn in order to win the science victory, we'd be here a few hours. The save file for this point, turn 212, is in Discord if you want to continue this game yourself. You are set up pretty much for a world domination should you choose. However, it would be remiss of me to not show you some stats. So whilst I just remind you that military engineers can rush space projects with a big crunch, because I find that quite funny, let me show you some endgame stats. So we got Augustus Caesar, 2,976 points, and here are some graphs. Look, buildings constructed. We had a bit of a slow start, but we did outbuild in the end. Canada was just having a royally good game. Cities captured. Everyone else exists on this graph, but there's England. Cities founded. We also founded by far the most districts constructed. This is why you beat Deity AI. Great people earned. Towards the end, I was trying to win that, but Canada was doing their best to hold me back. Culture. Whoop. Can you tell where I built a stadio? Doubled my culture per turn. Era score, we were winning by about turn 120. Science, actually we were wrestling the lead for some time, but by the end of it, yeah, we were really focusing on that. Score, we had the lead. At that point, cities destroyed. The only person to destroy anything was Inca. Wow, harsh. Religions founded, they were all gone by about turn 70. That was brutal. Units killed. Peaceful Ursa. Not so peaceful Ursa. Units lost. Actually, we managed to get through that entire game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, losing 7 units. That was it. And we killed over 130. That's not a bad kill to death ratio. I'll take that. And wonders constructed. Look, I built 3 wonders all game. Yay! Mausoleum, Estadio, and Golden Gate Bridge. I had a whale of a time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you like these bigger, crazier series, if you don't mind liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, it massively helps to push this sort of content to everybody, and it makes me ever so grateful. So thank you, everyone. See you all next video, which I need to run to now. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Waller Bear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Mr. Awesome, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluke 79, The Nickerman, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!